So it's nice to be here. Last year we were, I recall, in the shop, and the sun was shining and it was a beautiful day. So, but we got caught in much traffic today coming up from Amsterdam. We left Amsterdam at 12 o'clock and we were still in the traffic at 2 o'clock. But that's the way it goes here. Still, I must just have a little breakfast. Prost. Okay. If anybody has any questions today, you feel free to ask me. But I will just play a few more tunes to get warmed up. My hands are still cold, so I need to get warm here. Thank you. That's called The Man with the Green Thumb. Well, that 9-pound hammer, it's a little too heavy for my size, buddy, for my size. I'm gone on the mountain. Now reverb. Gonna see my baby, and I ain't a-coming back. No, I ain't coming back. So roll on, buddy. Don't you roll so slow. Well, tell me, how can I roll when my wheels won't go? Roll on, buddy. Yeah, don't you roll so slow. Well, tell me, how can I roll, buddy, when my wheels won't go? It's a long way to Holland. It's a long way to Hazard. Just to get a little brew. Get a little brew. Well, when I'm long gone, you can make my tombstone out of number 9 coal. Out of number 9 coal. So roll on, buddy. Don't you roll so slow. Well, tell me how can I roll when my wheels won't go? Roll on, buddy. Yeah, make your time. Done broke down. But then I can't make mine. When I'm long gone, you can make my tombstone out of number 9 coal. Out of number 9 coal. Well, that 9-pound hammer, well, it killed John Henry. It ain't gonna kill me. No, it won't kill me. So roll on, buddy. Don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when my wheels won't go? Roll on, buddy, and pull a load of coal. Tell me how can I pull when my wheels won't go? Way down in old Kentucky, there's a fella mighty lucky by the way he makes the guitar moan. Hanging around, singing around a country store, picking like a chicken, picking up corn, and every gal in the county gathers all around him. He's got rhythm in his bones. My feet start scooting with a shuffle and drag. Every time I hear the rhythm, the guitar rack, he gets a moaning tone. He gets a grumble and groan. When he gets picking and plucking the strings, he can make the deacon do the buck and wing. And all the fat and skinny does a little shimmy. The head starts to wiggle and wag. My feet start scooting with a shuffle and drag. Every time I hear the rhythm, the guitar rag like this. He gets a moaning tone. he gets a grumble and groan. Well, now he can make a jackrabbit chase a hound. He can make the deacon lay the good book down, and all the fat and skinny does a little shimmy. The head starts to wiggle and wag. My feet start scooting with a shuffle and drag. Every time I hear the rhythm, the guitar rag. Da-doo-da. Since my baby left me, Lord, I found a new place to dwell. Down at the end of Lonely Street to Heartbreak Hotel. I'll be so lonely, be so lonely. I'll be so lonely I could die. Though it's always crowded, you still can't find some room. Broken hearted lover to cry there in the gloom. They'll be so lonely, be so lonely, be so lonely you could die. Though it's always crowded, yeah, you still can't find some room for broken hearted lover to cry there in the gloom. They'll be so lonely, they'll be so lonely, they'll be so lonely they could die. Bellhop's tears keep flowing. Lord, the dust dressed in black. Well, he's been so long on a lonely street, he's never coming back. Baby, so lonely. Baby, so lonely. He's so lonely, you could die, you could die, you could die. Since my baby left me, for to find a new place to dwell. And at the end of a lonely street, the Heartbreak Hotel. Baby, so lonely. Baby, so lonely. Baby, so lonely. They could die, they could die, they could die, they could die, they could die. Baby, so lonely, they could die. Oh, yeah. Thank you. It's a song written by Chet Atkins, and he played it on an album of his called Read My Licks. And so I kind of reworked it so it worked as a solo piece. And I hope you like it. It's called The Mountains of Illinois. Oh, my reverb's working today, big time. Hello. Ole, ole. Sounds great. Back in hello, testing. Oh, back in 1976, I was still living in Australia, and I accepted a job in Bangkok, Thailand, because this was after the Vietnam War, and there were still a lot of Americans over there, and so they started a country music club, the only country music club in Asia, and it was on Sukhumvit Road in Bangkok, and they asked me if I would put a band together and come and play 7 nights a week for 2 months and see how it went. And so they threatened us with cash, and not a lot, but enough to say, yes, we'll go. So I got my visa and got everything ready. And the day before the trip we were due to leave, I walked into a record store, and there was Chet Atkins' new album called Me and My Guitars. A great album. And of course I had to have that album immediately, and there was a song on there called Struttin', which I'm going to play for you in a second, written by Jerry Reed. And I wanted to learn this song. You see, I don't read music. Never had any training. I can't read music off paper at all. I have to work it out by ear. And so what I had to do was I had to leave the next day, and I couldn't take the vinyl with it because I knew how hot it was in Thailand, and my record would melt if I took it up there. So I made a little cassette, and I said, okay, when I get to Bangkok and get to my hotel, and I will spend some time and work this piece out. Well, I didn't realize just how hot and how humid it was going to be, and it was the hottest I've ever felt, and it was 99% humidity. So it was what we call the natural enemy of the acoustic guitar. Your guitar sounds like a wet sock in that kind of... and I had a nylon string guitar. I had a classical guitar with me that I used to practice on. So, and we stayed in this little hotel, and when I'm saying little, this is a little hotel. The rooms were so small, the mice had hunchback. Okay? That's true. I rang down to reception. I said, I got a leak in my sink. They said, go ahead, everyone else has. It was one of those places, right? Every time I smiled, my teeth touched the wall. But so outside was like hell, and inside was like Ice Station Zebra. It was, the air conditioning was on 20, you know. So I had, and it was too cold to stay inside to play, and too hot outside. So what I had to do was set my alarm every night, 4 a.m. I got up at 4 a.m. and I would practice outside until about 7:30 in the morning. And then it was too hot to play, too hot to be outside. So I had to do that every day to work this song out. So I'm going to play it. So here it is. This is Jerry Reed Struttin'. Can't wait to hear it myself.